welcome back everyone. Welcome back to R&R Canoe Adventures. I do hope everyone is having a good night. This is a red light video for night 17. And that is 17 of 29 here on the edge of Appalachia. This here is season 3 Redux. 29 nights alone on the edge of Appalachia. Let's see what all has went on today. Got up this morning, had some cinnamon and spice oats for breakfast. They was delicious, along with, of course, the hot coffee. And my new saying is cinnamon and spice is right nice. It was very tasty. And then went for a paddled way on up past the Gray Bridge there, and found a couple different places where I could kind of tie the canoe off and do some fishing. As y'all will have seen if you watch the videos, you know, we caught one little guy. He was very cool, though, I will say that. I did enjoy catching him and bringing him to you guys. And let's see, he got back to camp this evening, probably about 5 o'clock, I'd say, 4:30 maybe, and sat around camp for a while. Took a hike up there to the opening in the trees in the field there, and gathered up a solar Jenny, brought it back down. It did get topped all the way off, even on this very overcast day. I mean, it was just partly sunny today. And I even charged up some vape batteries at the same time that, you know, the solar Jenny was charging. So it worked out really well. Got it up to 100%. I will take it. And let's see, what else has went on? This is terrible because I think of things I want to tell y'all and then get here to the red light at the end of the day and I forgot what it is I wanted to tell you. Well, we'll go into the animals. I have heard the owls tonight. Have not heard the coyotes yet. They seem to start up later in the evening. I know one thing I did not tell during last night's red light video because I forgot, and that was I think about 1 o'clock in the morning. I heard a loud yell, another one, and you know, it was the same as it was before, and started out kind of a little high, and then it got really low and really drawn out, just basically like a roar. And then of course the coyotes, they went, you know, ape crap crazy afterwards, all howling and yipping, and it was really something. And that is the third one of those I've heard on this year's adventure, and it probably won't be the last because I hear something or see something on every adventure I go on out in the middle of nowhere. It's just what happens, you know. And tonight, there's one I'll go ahead and tell you before I forget. Tonight something was throwing rocks down at the waterway. I'm up on the cliff away from the water here in the campsite, and I can hear rocks being bounced around down there. More than one too. And they weren't, you know, you can tell by the sound, they weren't little tiny rocks. They were, you know, fairly decent size. But something was down there and throwing them around. You know, what in nature can pick up a rock and throw it around? Bears can't. You know, cougars can't. Bobcats can't. You know, possums and raccoons and all them guys, they can't be throwing no rocks. So, that's all I've got, you know. Take it for what it's worth. You know, have not heard any knocks tonight. Have not heard any yells or anything like that. And I do hope y'all tuned in for last week's episode, you know, which was here in camp at dinner. We had that super tasty, oh my God, it was killer. It was that dehydrated chili, and wow, I mean, just mind blowing, you know, just tasty. I don't even know any other way to say it, you know, unbelievable, y'all. Really super good. Let's see, I'm thinking again because I know there's stuff. I wanted to tell you. Told you about the knocking and all that, and well, I haven't heard any tonight, but and the rocks and the yells last night. All the geese came by as usual, as they seem to do every single night. Oh yeah, and the wind today. That's something I forgot to talk about when I talked about dinner. I got in the shelter tonight. I don't know, but pretty good distance before dark. We'll just say an hour before dark or something. And the wind, y'all, again today, the wind has been like just brutal, just pounding on old Rob all day long, pushing me around in the canoe for the episodes that were made of Fishing with Island Rob. And the canoe was like a sail. You know, you'd be going upriver, and the wind hit your canoe, and your canoe windcock, and it would turn, you know, the front of your canoe all the way around into the wind, you know, and then start blowing you downstream. You know, it was something precarious. You know, had to beast paddle, you know, a number of times just to get where I was going, and, you know, get tied up there over on the shoreline somewhere where I could just sit in the canoe and fish. There was no floating fish today unless you wanted to spend, you know, 90% of your time getting banged into logs and up against the shoreline and all that stuff. So couldn't have any of that. But it was enjoyable anyhow once I got up there, you know, to bring everyone out there a little bit of fishing. I hope that, you know, someone gathers some kind of enjoyment out of it, you know. Well, and if you do like tonight's red light video, be sure and, you know, mash that like button, y'all. It would really help the channel and would be really appreciated. But, yeah. After that chili, I'm telling you guys, it was something. You know, I mean, all the stuff has been really super tasty since I came on this adventure. But, that chili, daggone, it just knock your socks off with the flavor train, you know? I mean, pow! I'm telling you, killer stuff. All right, I think that'll cover that. I don't know if I've said it or not, but only 14 nights left, and that does include tonight. Time ticking down, everyone. Sure is hard to believe. But anywho, can't think of a whole lot else that went on. So let me think on a minute. Just one more minute. Let me think on here. I'll have one vape and then think and see if I can come up with anything else. Oh, my buddy's cell phone. I told you all the story about that, and I did search around today. Again, as I will every day, you know, everywhere I walked, I looked for the phone, you know, all the way down to when I went fishing and just everywhere. No dice. No dice. As he would like to say, high strangeness there. It just poof, gone, you know. Who knows? Maybe never find it again. All right. Well, I think that does it. That covers tonight's activities so far. If I hear any knocks or any screams or anything, I will let you all to know in tomorrow's red light video. But now, you know, since this is a red light video, everyone, we all, at least everyone that follows along knows what that means. Island Rob is going to hug a beer in memory of his brother, Kurt. He's been gone since about 2009 now, and I do miss the old fellow. That is for sure. A lot of fishing, a lot of hunting, a lot of camping together. You know, many weeks on boats and fishing and stuff. So, anyhow, yeah, back to the task at hand. See, I get off track here. All right, I've got here, you cannot see it because the writing is in red. And since this is a red light video, you know, you ain't going to be able to read it, but this is a hams we have on hand here. It is going to be right tasty. It's pretty daggone good beer. Let's pop him open. All right, now, for anybody who just happened upon this video and, you know, might not have been following along with R&R Canoe Adventures and what's a happening, my brother liked to hug a beer. And my belief has always been that he just knocked the word C off of the word chug and turned it into a hug. So now I send beer hugs out to people, you know, and I would take a beer on ventures usually only, and I will chug it and make it gone in memory of Kurt. So that's what we're going to do with this here beer. And I'd also like to send this hug out to Scott Baker, Joey Rager, and Troas Lockaby of Hamilton, Ohio. It's a hug for y'all. And let's make it gone, guys. There we go. Shall we? It's cold too. Excuse me, dang on, that was good, y'all. Excuse me again. I'm telling you, that's killer. Hugging a beer. Wow. It's out to you, Kurt. Miss you, buddy. All right. All right. You know, another little thing about my buddy Suffin, I sure would like to find it. I really would. I will keep an eye peeled for sure. I got a feeling it's in that pile of lost stuff somewhere. Y'all know about that? You know, whenever someone loses something, he goes into this giant pile of lost stuff. You know, and if you don't ever find it, that's where it remains in the pile, you know. I think it was George Carlin, you know, the comedian that used to talk about the giant pile of lost stuff, you know. All right. I am thinking, y'all. I really think everything's been covered. Did not see the squirrel today. Oh, I just heard an owl again. He might be on here. I can't say with my jaws running, you know. There he went. That would have to be enhanced, I'm sure, because you probably wouldn't be able to hear it on this video. Oh, excuse me. Wow. Beer, y'all. Just listening for the owl. There he went. Anyways, something else I forgot with that wind today. It's also been cold. And, you know, when I went into the fishing episodes, you know, I had wet feet from having the water shoes on, you know, and have to launch the canoe. So my feet was wet all day, and it was chilly, you know, only partly cloudy. And then come back to camp, and this evening the temperature started dropping again. Well, pretty much, you know, quite a ways down there, and the wind chill just is like, no, you know, good thing for a tent, y'all. All right, I think I've yabbered enough. All right, I think that's it, y'all. I don't think there's anything else going on. Travis Lockaby, man, when you watch this, get a beer and hug it in Russell's memory. You too, Joe. Do it up, y'all. Beer hug time. That's right. All right. I think that's going to do it. I'm going to sit here and, hold up. Hold the phone, y'all. We just about forgot. I think during the last red light video, I did forget. And, boom, we've got the shot glass ready to roll, and we've got the Jim Beam Black Label. Let's have us a shot of that tonight. Let's go ahead and pour it right now. Hold him up here where y'all can see the pour of the beam. Yeah, that's enough right there, y'all. Booyah! Yeah. Now be careful not to spill it and stuff. That's right. And I'm going to set it somewhere where I know I will not spill it. Bear with me a second. Scoot that little lantern back there. Set it right there on the little bitty camp table right here. I kind of messed up the light, didn't I, y'all? See if I can fix that. And that reminds me of something too, y'all. Well, all right, yeah, there we go. I got it fixed after much to do. Wow. All right, we got the beam poured, but as I was saying, I'm going to sit around tonight and have me one more beer, and I'll sip on that shot of Jim Beam Black Label there, and maybe have some entertainment and watch some DVDs if it's not too cold. And if it is and the machine won't operate, I'll just review videos. I guess that'll have to be my entertainment. And I was talking about the cold earlier. One last thing before we go. Just wanted to show I now have on a pullover. If I had my headlight right handy, which I don't because I'm using it for the red light. Wow. Anyhow, I got on a pullover. I have on thermal bottoms. I have on a thermal top, a t-shirt, and now this Adidas pullover here. Or not Adidas, Under Armour. But yeah. All right, that will do it, I think. I think enough yabbering from Island Rob for this here red light video. And once again, day 17 of 29 here on the edge of Appalachia. And wherever you are or whatever you may be doing, I hope you're having a good time of it and not having too much of a hassle while you're at it. And tune in next week, y'all. Next weekend, it'll be oats and coffee time. And until then, good night, everyone.